A few weeks ago, I made an envelope journal, which was very popular, which I don't have any longer, so I want to make a new one. But I thought that I would use these colored envelopes so that I could show you like the base of how I make my envelope, or where my brain starts. Usually my brain goes off in some crazy way, but I'll show you how it starts. Welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. I'm going to save out my little frog and toad stickers. Whoops, I'm not going to worry about if it rips. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ah! Oh my word. Okay, so my original idea for doing my journal was to have, basically, have it, how was it? I know how it was. I do. So I start with this one, and I glue that on there. Of course, you always want to leave a little bit of space, but so I start with them all going kind of one direction, so that one envelope attaches to the first envelope, and then another envelope then attaches to that next one. And I'm lining it up right on the edge, right there, is how I'm doing that one. And then the next one, I will glue right here. Doesn't matter which one. What do we have? Pink, yellow, lilac, blue. We got a couple of bluey type ones, so let's do that one next. So I'm just going to glue. Okay, you're supposed to stay straight. Trying to line up my edges, because those are going to get covered, but I still need them to be lined up pretty perfectly. Last time I used a bunch of different size envelopes. I don't think your size of envelope matters. You can use the same size envelopes. You can use different size envelopes. If it's your very first envelope journal, maybe you want to start with just all the same size so that you can see, you know, how it works. And then as time goes by, you can add different, you know, start doing different things. So I'm going to do the base of this journal, but then I will probably add things to it. And I'll try to explain better why I do certain things. Let's see. Which do I want on the front? I don't know that I want the green right next to the pink. Doesn't really matter. So for these, I'm lining them up. I don't think that's how I did it last time, but, and you'll see some people tuck the envelope tops inside each other, which is another way to do it. But I'm probably going to collage all over this one like I did the last one. All right, now this last one, I'm turning around this way because, all right, where's my, there we go. Turning it around this way so that I can cover my spine. And for that, I do need, I'm probably going to need to fold this just a little bit. Using my scoreboard might even be better, but, so I folded it like, well, I folded it crooked, so does it really matter how I folded it? I don't know. So, these are all the ones I glued on top of each other. And I am going to glue, oh, I might not need to. Okay, so I'm going to glue this one. It's going to be a little bit shorter because it's got to go around all those. And I'm going to glue that one around the whole thing. So this was my basic idea. For the first envelope journal I made, I just went totally off the rails and did a bunch of other things because I was just artistic freedom, you know. So now that gives us kind of a spine of sorts. It covers all that so you don't have to see it too much. You can just add a piece of lace or something there, or use a bigger envelope on the front, really. And then we have this now where we can add another something It can be anything. It can even just be, you can just collage some bits that will become the page even. Let's see. Or I could take this piece, masterboard, and cut it down to be a page. Maybe I'll do that. We were just talking about masterboards in the last video. If you haven't seen that, go check out my latest video. Hey, I'm supposed to be promoting myself. I'm not very good at that. I need to get better at it. Let's just call a spade a spade. Alright, we're going to do our precision. It's not precision. I'm being sarcastic. Whenever I say I'm doing precision anything, I'm being totally sarcastic. I'm just going to mark that there and pull that up there a little bit and mark that there so that I can get the size that I want. Where did my mark go? There it is. And where's my... Did I just cut up? No, I don't think that I did. Nope, there it is. Sometimes I do. I accidentally cut off my mark. Because I'm smart like that. No, it's not smart. Doesn't matter which side I stick it to. I'm just going to stick it there. So this adds another page here. And that is like the simplest envelope journal you can make. Now, if you do not want to have to use these as your pockets because they're hard to get in and out of, that is where covering them comes in handy. Ooh, I kind of want, all right. So I'm actually going to, I had my ruler. I had my freaking ruler, not 5 minutes, here it is. I kind of want some of that green to still show because it kind of looks nice with the, with that. All right, but here's the secret. You don't want to close up your envelope. When you cut it over here, you don't want it to be closed over here. So we're not putting any glue here. We're just putting glue on the very edge here so the paper will have somewhere to attach to. And then we can cover this part here and this part here. And then we could just go ahead on the paper on the edge there. This was the right height, right? And just kind of go to about, you know, not as close as you need it so that you don't glue your pocket shut. And then you just stick it down. Make sure that you do want to make sure it's not going over the fold because then you're going to have it trying to flip up and whatnot. So yes, there's a little bit of white spot there, but that's okay. Can even bring that over to here if we want to. And definitely want to put a collage on there of some sort. So now that that is on there, I just need to decide, do I want it to be a top pocket or a side pocket? So, and let's see. And then you can use your scissors, or you can even use your, I'm going to cut it like, I'm going to use my ruler, but I'm just doing my side pocket. Whoops. I was going to say, cutting it a little further than I might normally with scissors. It's like a 1/16 of an inch. Or an 1/8 of an inch probably. I don't know. The first line on this ruler is where I'm tearing it. It's still wet, so this was a mistake. Should have waited for it to dry or use scissors. Because I don't mind a rough edge. And whatever sticks out of there can be as wide as the pocket so that it can stick out a little bit to cover all the rest of that if I want it to. So now when I open this pocket, it's open all the way down to the bottom because I was careful when I glued it. So that explains some things that seem to be confusing in that first video. The reason, or it took me 3 videos to explain maybe, and I should have explained it all in one video, but that wasn't a tutorial, it was just me making something, which fortunately did inspire other people to make them, but because of the confusion, I wanted to come back and kind of simplify it a little bit. So yes, glue here, keep that open space not glued so that you have this pocket later on. Because honestly, trying to get in and out of these pockets is going to be a pain. And I personally would rather have top pockets or side pockets. And the reason I wait till after I collage is because sometimes I might have some flip outs or tip-ins. They can be flip outs, they can be tip-ins. There's no police saying which word is the perfect right word. You can use whichever word you want, it's fine. So yeah, and I just kind of want to, like I did before, I'll probably grab some gel plate prints too and just start collaging. I really like this. This is also, the last video I used a piece that is going to be in a future digital. I need to stop doing that. I need to, oh, this will be, oh, this digital works perfectly with these colors. How did that happen? I do not know. I love it when that happens though. All right, so I'm gonna put a piece of this in here too. I like eclectic journals, and how I get around them being a little too random, or how I make them seem like, oh, that's how it was always supposed to be, is I will use this similar patterns throughout the book, throughout the journal. Do you know what I mean? Like, I use this in the front, so I'm going to use it again here. I may use it in one or two more places, but even if I only use it in those two places, that's fine too, because it's been used twice, and that kind of like, you know, gives it some flow from the beginning to the end, because you see that pattern again. So for those who missed it the first time, we're going to glue right here on the right side of that where it folds, and then I'm going to glue on this. Try not to make it too smushy, and I'm going to glue right here, and then I'm just going to come and glue around here, and just maybe a little bit there. It's okay if it's not completely glued, because it's art glitter glue and it works fantastic for keeping things glued down. Okay, push down a little bit. There we go. Let me fold it a little bit. Make sure that I do want that to be straight if I can. Make sure that it's not going over the fold, because that will cause you problems. We're not going to worry about that. There may be, you know. All right, that one, they do seem in love. Frog and Toad were just friends. I don't care what anybody says. You can be friends and help each other clean and whatnot. So I will collage. See, it says thank you for being you, and that's so sweet. So yeah, when I was up gram sitting, I don't know what else to call her. Oh, she calls it senior sitting. My grandma does. When I was up there giving my aunt some respite, my aunt had left me these envelopes with little gifts for every day that I was there when she was not. And then she forgot to tell me about them until she got back, which I thought was hilarious, because something I would do too. She and I are both, oh, look at this, more navy blue. I had to staple that down for the lace to stay for my question mark, in case you're wondering how I got that. You probably never saw the lace. It's kind of small. I made a lace question mark. Because I'm weird. Alright, see this, here's the problem. Which side? Both sides would work with this paper. I'm covering everything. I'm sad. Or I could make it a flip out or a tip out, or I could make it a page in the journal, couldn't I? And that's why, oh, see, I kind of like it with the yellow. Now, another way to do it is, if I wanted to go over the thing and make this part of both pages, I totally, oh, look at that. I think I will. I'm going to put this across here. It's got a little bit of yellow right there. I'm going to get that teal in there too, even though I haven't had any other teal in here. I don't think there was any other teal, is there? No, we're going to ignore that teal. We're not going to introduce a new color. We've got enough colors. So, I'm going to glue that down the middle. It can be in the middle. It can be in the middle, or it could be to one side or the other of the thing. So, I can still go ahead and come across here, and I can glue this whole side. It's just this side needs to go around the entrance of that. And then we'll just go ahead and go across here, and I think that's the bottom. And on this edge here, I could have ripped that edge to make it a little less straight, but that's okay. I can bring something in to take away the straight edge if the straight edge is not to my liking. And then just glue that down. I went down too far. That's okay. We'll just ink that. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Oh, that glue That line of glue was supposed to go a little higher. Yeah, we're not all perfect. I'm far from it. That's why I've given up on perfection. These are not my favorite. All right, do not buy scissors just because they're pretty. They're not going to actually be great scissors. How do I know? Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. Somebody else I've seen using those and they didn't seem to have any problem, but. All right, so now we have this, which I could just use one of these and make a belly band since we've got that earlier in here. So that's another way to cover that middle part, if you don't love the middle part, is to just make it a belly band. Where did my... Maybe right about there. And also, oh, there it is. Always throwing things in different places. Who knows where it will land. Let's see. That's for that. Where's the tall part? Where's the part to help me know where in the world the tallness is the right fit for it? Didn't I draw a line? I could have sworn I drew a line. I don't see a line. Well, it's right under that. Oh, actually. It's right under that. What did I say? Under what T? Under, oh, they're all the words start with T. It is right at trelling. I know. Which trelling? Trelling, not trellis. There we go. So that will cover up that thank you. And we had a pop of that pink showing through there. And if I, that was dumb. I think quite is a little too long. Just the tiniest bit too long. Now it might be too short. That's okay. Don't forget to use your punches. I'm here to remind you every day. Not every day, but, you know, multiple crumbs. Multiple. Okay, at least that was just, yep. I opened a drawer and that was just the end of it right there. Let's see. Ooh, well, that'd be too thick. Where's any kind of corner thing? I'm looking for one of my corner ones. This one's really hard to use to begin with. And this is layered paper. So I'm not so sure. Also, I'm kind of nervous because I'm on top of glass, so that makes me nervous. Don't really want to push too hard on top of glass. Guess what I did? I'm not totally sure what I did. All right, those two corners did okay. See, this is what I hate about these things, is sometimes that will happen. What do we do? I don't know. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna cut this corner up here. Since it's collage, we're not gonna worry too much about it. We are just going to add that to right there. Where's my scissors I don't love? And just, this is why I don't worry about perfection, because guess what? You can fix things. If something doesn't happen perfectly, you can generally find a way to fix it. So cut that off so that this would still show. I need to cut a little bit more off to there, just about. Although that, you know, is an interesting look too, eh? Okay, there we go. Just gonna glue that right on there. So I usually will glue that part and then I'll glue this other end so that it can hopefully stay there nicely. There we go. Hopefully you can hardly even tell that it was a patch job since it was, you know, collage to begin with. That's the hope. That's the plan, Stan. Alright, so where's my coffee one? This one's a little too dark. I know, I got so many projects in my brain, it's ridiculous. It's redonkulous, people. Too many ideas in my brain that all need to somehow come out in video form. Well, they don't have to. I could do them off camera. I'm not sure how you guys would feel about that. This is ground espresso. I want my coffee, it's lighter, but that's okay. This is a little more grungy. seems to have more black in it. I'm not going to glue this down yet because I may want to add like some who knows, inking, stamping, stenciling, modeling paste, any of that is possible for this little piece right here. So I don't want to be tied down by gluing it down, but that is, so for a belly band, if you're new, you would glue up here and down here and then be able to tuck something in there as a journal card. All right, that could work. Let's just go ahead and cut that one down. Where's this gold? Okay, I do want that to be a little bit in the middle-ish. Doesn't have to be in the middle. You don't have to have anything be perfect. Actually, no, that's fine. I mean, because I was like, I could make it a little taller if I go this way. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Everything's fine. I will need to back it. I'm gonna clean off this bit here. And maybe clean up this end a little bit too. That should be fine. There we go. Got another piece made from that masterboard, and it's a masterboard because I'm cutting it down. That is the question. My last video answered that question, hopefully. Probably clear as mud now. What's the difference between a masterboard and collage? So, if that is a question you have had, you can go check that video out. I will list it below. I might have mentioned it twice now. Look at me promoting myself. Where the heck? It's right here. It fell under that stamp. It just... kind of like Colin fell on top of pen. Okay. If you know, you know. Just kind of want to grab some of those, you know, as I go over it, the higher parts will get inked a little bit more than the lower parts. So then we get grungy. I wasn't actually going for grungy, but that's usually what ends up on my journal. So that won't necessarily be. So anyway, so I've shown you the basics for how that was my intention when I started that last envelope journal, is doing this kind of a thing. But then the prompts were flip and flop, so I wanted flips and flops. And maybe you want just a journal that you can use. All right, so I do want to do something on the back of this. I could just do some collage. That is a potentiality. I love this book that I found at the antique mall. I found this book. If you saw my haul, you saw it. It is called Sight Reduction Tables for Air Navigation. If you like numbers, it is a great book to grab for collage. I'm loving it. I'm just going to go ahead and put that down. I know there's a piece that'll hang off. I'll cut that off afterwards. If I cut it off now, I'll probably end up cutting it too short. So, you know, priorities. And I could even just come up on that side if I wanted to. Because it's a different color paper. So it'll add interest over there. And it's also not straight like all the other collage bits, but that's okay too. Adds a little bit. Alright, so there's one piece and more pieces. This is kind of thick because this is part of a masterboard. So that is a little bit thick for that. I've got this purpley color. What do I have that could work with that? I don't know. Alright, so this one, I think I'm going to go over partially, and then I'll add another piece over there as well. But it does have like a little bit of violet in here, which, you know, isn't exactly like this, but it's not clashing with it either. And, you know, this is almost the color of that pink as well. Almost, not quite. Oh, actually I have another set of digitals I was starting to work on that would have been perfect with these colors, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about that. this is where we are now. We've already started making this. We haven't finished that digital. I didn't get done anything I had planned to get done while I was in Massachusetts, because I was thinking that would be the perfect time to work on my digitals that I wanted to get done. And also I was working on a crochet piece which I had wanted to get done. And guess what? Neither one of those got done. Not even close. I know, the other one, because I'm always worried I'm going to like tear off too much. So I could cover that with something else, but I think I'm just going to go, hold on, how's this side? There we go, I'll do that over on that side. And just cover it, and that shows a little bit more. Alright, so this one I don't have to worry about. That can go ahead and get glued totally. And then over here, once again, you know, avoiding the inside, any part that's the inside of the envelope. That is what I am avoiding. And then just come in and kind of put the glue around the border. And that will be enough to hold the whole piece down. The only time you really need to like kind of worry about if you're gluing the whole bit down is when you're doing a masterboard, because you're going to be cutting that up. But if you're collaging a piece down that's not going to get cut up, as long as you glue the edges, you're good. And it might be even a little less stiff than if you did glue the edges. This background piece is from digital in my shop, which is called Patty's Garden. So at least this digital I'm using is at least one you can get if you want it, as opposed to some of the other ones. Sorry. I'm looking for the piece of paper. The numbers. Where's the freaking numbers? Well, I probably used them all. That's probably what happened. Oh, see, we did end up bringing teal in here, didn't we? Use that somewhere maybe. That's from another project. See, this actually is going to work too. I'm just going to end up using all this tissue paper this week, aren't I? Alright, but I think I want like some book page or something behind it first. And that could be anything, including Proust. Even though I got new books, still keep using my old books. They were free. What can I tell you? Okay, I'm just gonna... They don't have to match up. I don't even want them to match up really. I just kind of want to cover that white part is mostly what I want to do. That is my goal in that. So, see? It's not going to get cut up, so I can just glue the outside bits and it will be fine. I do like my words to be straight when I'm using book page though. That is one of my... I won't say downfalls, but all right, you can't. This has a grain in it, so you can't like do it crooked. You have to. It goes straight no matter what. No matter what. Kind of want to overlap that a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. That'll work. That'll work. Not sure that tearing off that little piece made much difference. So I do want to overlap the book page and the digital a little bit. That's all. And good. We overlapped it a little bit down here. That might be enough, might not be enough. Time will tell. Is this straight? Because that's going to bug me if it's not. I know. It's just paper. So I love the name of Lisa. There's a channel called It's Only Paper. And I love that attitude, you know. It's only paper. If you mess it up, guess what? It's only paper. You can cover it up or start fresh, because it's only paper. So, if you have hesitated to make a journal for whatever reason, some people do. They learn about junk journaling, they want to make one. But I'm surprised sometimes at how long it takes someone to make one. But it's only paper. So if you make a journal and it doesn't bind right, or there's something you don't like about it, it's only paper. Plus, you can just cut the strings and try again. In fact, if you haven't made a journal yet, do that. Make a journal. If it didn't come out to your liking, do it again. If you got the holes in the wrong place, either add new paper or just patch it up and try it again. Use your junkiest paper to make your first journal, and then you won't have to worry about wasting any paper that you think is special. Use it. If it's special, use it. You should be using your special paper anyway. Where's the front? Here's the front. All right. So it is already starting to stick up a little bit because, you know, that's what paper does. When you start adding layers and layers and layers. How are we on time? Oh, we're not too bad. Let's see. If I'm quiet, then I'll be able to just like collage this and speed it up for you. Did I have an orange in here? Not really. I mean, there's some orange in there. I've added orange and teal in there now. Let's see. Did not find any purple. I'm not sure if I even, I mean, there's that little, I don't know if I like the purple. I could just totally cover the purple completely is what I could do. Thing is, if the video is not very long, I won't edit it. So then I will have been quiet for nothing. Because, you know, I'm feeling pretty talkative today. It is the first day that my husband has gone back to work since I got back. Because he works on the weekends. Yeah, it's like that. Let's see. I want to go over to that side, maybe. This is another background paper from the Patty's Garden, because I let Patty choose the style that she wanted, and she wanted denim and kind of grungy, so she got it, dude. She got what she was asking for. I think I accomplished grungy with some denim. And I even used some of the bubble paper I made. I think that was like around the time I was starting this journal, or maybe midway through. And so I added that as a layer, which I think came out kind of cool. All right. Now, this one is folding differently because, yeah, that's the front page, right? Yep. So it's got that whole thing to deal with. So actually, I'm going to glue this side first and then see if I want to do a different paper on that side, or if I, oh, shoot. Alright, not a big deal. Just wipe off the glue, and you may have to go back in there later with a bone folder or a ruler to unstick it if it sticks a little bit, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. And this one I went all the way over, so don't have to do this middle part, but I just am because I am. But you can. You don't have to, but you can. Alright, so I added the teal. I'm taking away the purple. I've decided against the purple. I don't want the purple to show. Is what I have decided. I have decided there'll be no purple. I need my bone folder. I don't know where it is. Oops. Oh, definitely going grungy now, aren't we? So I'm going into the corner like that, because if I do leave this on here, I need to make sure that that is in really well, all the way, because it's going to have to like jump the hump, because there's a little hump here because of the way I did that. So now I can go ahead and glue this bit. Could have inked it, but it's pretty dark paper, so I'm not worried about inking it per se. Alright. So I'm just kind of like pushing it on to that little hump so we get it on there really, really well and completely, hopefully. Yeah, a little bit of the purple shows there, but you know, maybe I'll put a pocket there and that will cover it. But the inking it should definitely take away some of the lavender, the lilacness of it all. There, now it looks more, less lilac-y, let's say. I'll probably ink all the pages in here. So, see, it did go on crooked. I was wondering. I'm like, what if I just do this on here? Will that change the color? Yeah. Could even do a different color completely. Doesn't have to be brown. Now it looks weird. I don't know. I will just probably cover that. With what? I don't know. Music? Sweet music. We do have a little bit of orange over here. I don't want more denim like that. That's too much in one place. No, this might be nice because it's similar to that green. It's super background. I mean, it's super background. It can be written on. It's so, I don't know what the word I want, but it could totally be a journaling spot if we want a journaling spot. I don't think this went to the edge. I had borderless printing, but sometimes, I don't know. I might have printed it on the other printer. They both do borderless printing, so I'm not exactly sure what the deal is. What is the deal? I do like this ruler though, because those lines help me do things fairly straight. Fairly straight, so I can use it to line that up too. Alright. I want a little more of that to show. Take off this little bit right here. Alright, I'm annoyed because it's upside down. How do I know it's upside down? Because I can see that damask just enough. And that's upside right to me. And since it's my damask that I created, and that's the one thing that I have issue with, is I am, you know how some people don't like to put their words sideways? I don't like to put my damask sideways or upside down. Just who I am. Even though it barely shows, you can even hardly tell it's a damask. But you know what? Oh, man. See, this is the thing. I'm always worried I'm going to... And then I do. I cut it too short. I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to... The ink, the edges are already inked, actually. Just get the edges. Don't need to worry about the middle, but we will. Just do a little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Just enough. So it lays flat and whatnot. Alright, and I need to trim off this top bit. It went on there crooked. And if I would have accidentally cut the envelope, well, then that would become a top opening envelope. I know the last, like you can see in my brain what I'm talking about. Like you can hear it. You can't. You totally can't hear it, can you? So I'm just responding to my internal thoughts. Sorry. Not sorry. And now I forget what I was going to say. Oh, the last one was totally random, color-wise, pattern-wise. This one, I'm kind of being a little more deliberate in my choices. That's what I was, even though it might not look like it here. So this is a lot of this direction. So I kind of want something to break that up. What? I don't know. Because it's very... But I will come in here at some point and break that up. I might even bring a piece of this. Wait, go the right direction. Where's that first piece I had? Could even bookend it. Take the pink out completely. Or just have a tiny bit of pink showing up there, if that's what I wanted. It's still very up and down stripey. What I might even want to do, where's, okay. It is going that direction. It doesn't really matter. That at least takes away the stripiness of it. You know what I mean? And I might put another piece down here that also helps take... I mean, I may put a pocket on there, and that would have taken away the stripiness of it too. I'm just not ready for pockets yet. Plus, the whole journal is full of pockets. So if I could find that color pink in something that I, maybe if it's, oh, I forgot to take out the background of that flower. Yeah, still looks fine. It's fine. It's fine. So that brings that pink. But it also brings in like a new dark blue. But it has that green. I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Stop stressing over it. No need to stress. Don't stress, just de-stress. Or distress, I should say. That's usually what we're doing. It's distressing, not de-stressing. 2 different words, Darcy. That's a lot of layering. But it looks a little bit less stripy now. And if I were to bring one of these in, pretty sure these are AI flowers, but you know what? I like them. And it means that I don't have to get them perfect if I fussy cut them too. And that's what you do. You just do what you want. Just do what you want, people. No one's going to know that you didn't cut your flowers perfectly. Not a soul. Do I want to put it there? Do I want to go across here? If I do that, I might want to bring another one down here. So, which one? Because that's what you came here for, to watch me fussy cut. I doubt that's what you came here for, but I'm being sarcastic. Because that's what I do. I have scissors that I like to fussy cut with much better than this. But if I cut with these bigger scissors, then I can definitely have it be not perfect. And if I'm going for not perfect, might as well use the tool that's going to make it even less perfect. Because if it can't be perfect, do it not perfect. That's all I'm saying. Could even have that one come down like that and have this one over here. Have the blue go up into the pink. You said it didn't have to be perfect, Darcy, so what are you doing? I'm just cutting that a little bit better. No, you know what? I don't think I like the blue. I could bring some of the leaves. Where did I do those leaves? Oh, that was the other day. That was yesterday. That was the other video. So now, does it look less stripey? Is that going to help with the left, you know, defending the stripes to, keeping the stripes from, okay, now, it would help if that wasn't down like a stripe, huh? Kind of come in more of at an angle. Okay, let's just put them on. Why must we deliberate so? See, some of you are like amazed at how quick I do things. It's because I tell myself, stop wasting time. Just put it down. In the end, it's going to look good. Sure, it might look more good if you were to do it a different way, but it's going to just look good enough. It'll still look good. Is what I'm saying. Both ways will look good. One way is not better than the other way. It's just different. So, I don't know. I just have to pick. And I don't have to be like my son when I'm deciding. He has difficulty with decisions, bless his heart. All right, I do need that. You know what? That's not what I wanted. It's not what I was planning. I'm just going to keep it. It's going to be fine. So if I can, I try to explain why I do things. So I kind of like spread those across the page to take away those vertical stripes. And then to bring the pink elsewhere onto the page and make the pink make a little bit more sense. Does that make sense? I don't know. All right. Oh, guess what? I was not thinking about this part right here that's going to fold with the book, was I? That needed to come over a little bit, and now it's a little bit late for that. So I just need to let that dry before I fold it, essentially. Let's see. I was going to say, and now we brought teal into the mix, but, well, there's that. But it's more of a dark, I don't know. It still works okay without being too teal. All right, let it dry, Darcy. Don't fold it. All right, just fold it. Fine, whatever. So, I'm just going to continue covering and picking where my pockets will be. Are you wondering? Well, see, this one is just a page. It's not even a pocket. It's just a page. This one is a pocket. Let's see. This one is a side pocket. I could have it be a top pocket. I don't mind having two side pockets right after each other. I'm good with that. So if you're worried about straightness, you can use your cutter. If you think you can do fairly well, or at least well enough with your scissors, then you can do that. Also, another option for your pockets is, do I want to do it on this one? I think I will. You can go ahead and cut off a bit. So now I can see the next page there. I can see that pink through here. And when my journal card is in there, that's too big, but yeah, that's too tall. It will show, you know, pretend it ends there. So it'll poke out a little bit. So that, I hope, has cleared up some confusion from the first envelope journal that I made. And like I said, I could come in and add another envelope on this side and have it be a flip out, tip in, or it doesn't have to be an envelope. It can just be, you know, a piece of scrap even, which I could, oh, that piece is probably gonna go right here, isn't it? I like those two blues together, and there's like a hint of pink in there. I might just do something like that. Sorry, I got distracted. Ooh, there was a little bit of purple in there too. That would have been perfect on the purple page. Oh well, purple page is gone now. But that purple is close enough to pink, it won't matter too much. Alright, so yeah. I don't want this video to be forever long. I've already lost people, I'm sure. So I'm going to go upstairs and do some crochet, and I will try to work more on the digital that includes these flowers and this background and this background and also these backgrounds. But until then, I mean, if you haven't checked out Patty's Garden, it's got some fun, I mean, this is how I do things. I make them so that you can make your own. I mean, I do tags already made, but then I put in all the elements so that you can make your own things. See, I love these. These are some of my favorite elements. These three pieces right here. Well, that's the same as that. I just changed the color. And like the tickets and labels and whatnot. And these are fun. They may come out. Some more of those may come out in the digital. I just have to change them up enough so that I don't upset Jessica. Because I'm allowed to use them in digitals. I just have to change them up. So yep, alright. I hope you guys have a delightful day. Love you. You want to see it a little closer up? Oh, still got to do that one. I might finish this in another video. I'm sure if I ask you guys, do you want to see me finish this in another video, I have a feeling I'll get some yeses. Have a delightful day, guys. Love you.